What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Moneyball Cards. Today, we're going to talk about one prospect that I've watched since 2018 and how we can use his career path so far and apply that to cards and other sports to make money in the year 2022. But before we get into that, I'm going to show off some cards that I have picked up. Not over the past week. I don't go to as many card shows as Ryan goes to, but these are cards that I picked up of the player we're going to dive into and learn about today. I've been picking up Anfernee Simons cards over the past few years. I just sold a big lot on eBay of a bunch of Prism because this guy has gone off. We're going to talk about how we can learn from that. So if you don't know who Anfernee Simons is, he's a player for the Portland Trailblazers. He was a rookie in 2018. This is his fourth season. And recently, Damian Lillard got hurt. He got injured for about 2 months, and Anfernee Simons has exploded. And he has kept the Trailblazers competitive, and he's played just as well as Damian Lillard. And people are wondering where did this guy come from. He's been on the roster for 3.5 years, and we're just now hearing about him. So the hobby has noticed this, and his card prices have gone up. We can take a look at some market movers charts here, and if you want to try out market movers, there should be a link in the description. Use code Moneyball for 20% off, and that helps out the Moneyball Cards channel. But these are some Anfernee Simons cards. If you look here, December 2020 was when the hobby was at its peak. I would call it. It was everything was exploding. And here we have one sale of a Prism base PSA 10 for pretty high. But overall, you can take a look at just the trend lines, and we see all of his cards have been steadily going up, and some of his cards recently have just exploded and gone up by a lot. Percentage-wise, some of these gone 4x, 6x. A lot of Anfernee Simons cards have been going up, and people have been making a lot of money off of him. And how can we use the Anfernee Simons and apply this to other players, and we can find the next Anfernee Simons, whether it's in basketball, baseball, football, just any sport. We're going to apply these 3 rules. So the first rule for finding that next guy, I believe the first rule should always be you have to love the sport. You have to love the sport. If you're investing or collecting in a sport that you don't love, you're not going to stick in it as long as you should or as you need to make money, because sometimes you're going to lose money investing in that sport or collecting in that sport. I hate soccer, and I know Ryan's showing off a soccer analytics book, and if we film an episode together talking about soccer, I'm probably not going to be too excited about it because I'm just not a soccer fan. But I love MMA, I love UFC, I love the NBA. I played basketball in high school, played football in high school, baseball. I love those sports, and those are sports that I'm going to watch for the rest of my life. And I'm going to enjoy looking up cards and looking for the next big thing and trying to find those players. And Anfernee Simons, I'm not saying is some huge, like not Steph Curry level, but he was a guy that we could have saw this coming, and you could have made some money off of him. So let's try to make some money in 2022. So when you love the sport, you know the sport, you know what to look for, you've seen a lot of it. And for Anfernee Simons back in 2018, 2019, I saw him come off the bench, and I was like, man, this kid can really play. Every time he got the ball off the bench and he got his ISO call, he could beat anyone off the dribble. He was pulling up from the free throw line, knocking down shots, He was just beating anyone off the dribble, and I was like, wow, this kid can really play. And I even talked to Andy, the sports card investigator, and I was like, what do you think about him? And he said he really liked him, and his scout friend, NBA scout friend, said he really liked Anfernee Simons as well. So we were all thinking, hey, if this kid really gets a shot, if he gets that opportunity, people are going to notice him. And I was thinking maybe it's going to be a trade. I'm not hoping for an injury, but the injury happened. He got his shot, and his prices have skyrocketed over the past 30, 60 days. This is rule number 2. Let's say you have your sport that you love. The talent, you have the eye test. I'm not talking about analytics. I know this is Moneyball Cards, and we talk about analytics a lot, but I really believe in the eye test as well. Use the eye test first. You have to see the guy play. Please watch the players play before you go buy someone's cards. Don't just look at a stat line and say, okay, that was good, I'm going to go buy his cards now. Watch the guy play. Maybe he's not as good as you think, and the stat line was lying to you. So I saw someone like Anfernee Simons play. The next step after the eye test is go check out his statistics. How is he doing for the season? Check his past seasons, and let's look at for the NBA. I'm going to look at Anfernee Simon and what I noticed over the past few years. So this is Basketball Reference. We have Anfernee Simons only played 7 minutes a game his rookie year, and scored four points a game. If someone is investing in cards and they see that, they're going to say, wow, this guy must not be that good based off the stat line, because they haven't seen him play. Even the past 2 years, they haven't seen him play. And maybe you're thinking he's just not good. That's why he's not playing that much. But was just stuck behind one of the best point guards in the NBA. And that was the issue. And there's a lot of guys like this who are just walking buckets, who are stuck behind players, and they just need their opportunity. And we can find guys like that. So what I was doing over the past few years was I was going to his per 36 minutes statistics. So per 36 minutes, this is multiplying his stats as if he played 36 minutes a game, like he was a full on starter. And you'll see his rookie year, his almost points per game is almost just like this season, where he's going off. So he had 19 points a game, and then the next year went down a little bit, and 16, and then right back up to 20 points a game, as if he's playing 36 minutes. So I saw the 19 points, and that still, it wasn't enough just for investing in. But when you saw his cards back in 2018 and 2019, and over the past few years, his cards, the ones that I just showed you, I got these for $1 a piece. They were very cheap. And some of them still are pretty cheap, the very common ones. I wish I had picked up more higher end Anfernee Simons, but here we are. He got his opportunity. Now people are spending more money, especially on those higher end cards, and you could have made a lot of money. So for the NBA, I like per 36 minutes, and we also have the per 100 possessions. You see, rookie year, when he didn't play as many minutes, you can still, multiplying it, it's going to be a lot, but still 25 points, 19, 22, and then this year 27 per 100 possessions. This kid can play, and known it for a long time, and I have my eye on some other players. I'm not going to just name names. But that's my rule number 2. After you use the eye test, rule number 2, go look at his statistics. If it's a rookie that you're looking at, maybe give it some time. And last, rule number 3 is do not buy at the peak. This is I know it's a common rule for a lot of people in the hobby, but do not buy at the peak. If you have the eye test for a guy like Anfernee Simons, you've looked at his stats, that checks off too. You still haven't bought his cards, and then he goes off. The injury happens. He gets his playing time, and he explodes. All of his card prices are going up. That is the worst time to buy. So right now, I would say do not buy Anfernee Simons cards. Do not buy the peak for any player. You love the sport and you've been watching them for a long time, you just haven't pulled the trigger, and suddenly you see those card prices going up. I know I'm saying the same thing, but I'm just reiterating: do not buy the peak. Wait for the prices to go down, or if they go up. I know I'm going the wrong way. If they go up and then start to come down, and they never really get back down to where you were, don't freak out. Just look for the next one. Unless you're a collector and you really love that player, he plays for your favorite team. You probably should have bought the cards before. But those are my 3 rules: use the eye test, look at the statistics, and do not buy the peak. So let's take these rules into 2022. Stay disciplined out there, and thanks for watching Moneyball Cards. I'll catch you on the next episode.